South Africans have remained glued to their screens for another week of testimony about alleged police capture and political capture. When it first started, people said it was something akin to the days of our lives, but now it seems more like the nightmare before Christmas. With me is Juanita Du Preez of Action Society. Welcome, Juanita.
Hi there, Chris.
Let's start with Witness C, who is continuing testimony. Witness C is the person who investigated and arrested Kat Matlala, and he is also the person, or she is also the person, who has not seen their family in a really long time because that would endanger their lives.
Yes, we have very brave witnesses. I just wanted to quickly go back before I forget. When you said in the introduction, alleged, I think, I know it's a technical term that we have to use, but I just think with everything that's coming out, we can let go of the alleged. This is what really happened. So, yeah, I just wanted to mention that. But, the witnesses are very brave. But the things that they are saying, and this makes me wonder how many other people know things who's not come out, and what else do we not know? There's already so many incriminating, horrible things that's come out of the commission and the committee. I shudder when I think there's more to come, and things that we won't hear. But I do hope everything comes out.
Like somebody said, there should be police vans parked outside the venue where the Madlanga Commission hearing is being held, so that those who can't hold up their testimony can be taken straight to the police station to make statements there. So, Witness C, according to him, Matlala told him that he gave suspended Deputy National Commissioner Shadrack Sibiya millions in cash, and that he secretly funded or paid 500,000 rand towards former Police Minister Senzo Mchunu's presidential campaign.
Yes, it seems like everybody has a price. There is no integrity. It's very specifically under the ANC politicians. Unfortunately, this is now what is coming out. I don't want to say, yes, the ANC is criminals, but we have to get to a conclusion here, and it does really look like that. Everybody's got a price, and it is very disappointing that the people, and I've said it so many times, it feels like it's getting cliched now. The people that we trusted, that were supposed to do good work, they were just in it for themselves, and they would do anything to get to that point. Somebody like a minister of police who takes money just to further his career, it is obviously the top of your career, the one that you can reach to be the president of the country. But how do you sleep at night when you know you are in charge of police and protecting South Africans, but on the other hand, you're taking money from very well-known criminals? And then also just, it looks like it's Sibiya and Mchunu, who from the beginning, I grouped them together. And it looks like, they were the two really bad ones. We have to do now levels of bad, but they are the really bad ones.
Cody from Paul has sold multiple vehicles to We Buy Cars. Suspicious? I think so.
Is that a crime?
No. Where are you getting the cars?
I buy them and I sell them at the spot like a normal person.
Okay.
No, man, I'm just an accounting student. I know a good deal when I see one.
That's Excel meant. What's more stressful, tax season or selling a car at We Buy Cars?
Tax season, obviously.
We Buy Cars, the easiest way to sell your car by far.
Well, the Madlanga Commission also heard that the former Police Minister Mchunu had links as an alleged friend to TK Molefe, the murder mastermind, whose arrest the Hawks tried to interfere with. And then, ironically, the very unit that arrested him, the political Killing Stars team, gets disbanded by the minister.
Yes, so it doesn't sound so coincidental now. It doesn't sound his explanation. It doesn't sound credible anymore. Previously, you could have there was a level I could get my head around. All of the money shouldn't go to one task team, and there is a time limit on a task team. But now, with everything else happening, it is very obvious that it wasn't the end of the road for them. It wasn't that their time was up. It was because they were getting too close. They were making the water too hot for other people. And just he didn't even distinguish between the criminals and the crooks that he used. Just anybody who could pay his way was a friend. Yeah, very disappointing.
Well, the Ad Hoc Committee in Parliament, the MPs were astonished to hear that he had not delegated to his two deputy police ministers in over a year since their appointment.
Yeah, so he was running the show just like he wanted to. Nobody could tell him he's doing it wrong because he wasn't informing them what he was doing. But yeah, he was, and it seems like this is the way it almost seems like this is how and this is what we work with, how in domestic violence, how many men manipulate a situation. They just bring the person or isolate them and make all the decisions for them. So it almost feels like this. He just acted the way he wants to, with no accountability, with not giving people information so that they can say, "Well, this is not this is not the right direction that we're going in." But what strikes me from all of this is that it took so long for now everybody is on the bandwagon and everybody's spilling the beans, which is great. And I just saw that the witness list is getting so lengthy, at least in the committee, or they still need to speak to so many people, which means it's going to continue for some time. But why did people not speak up earlier? Why did it take a general from KwaZulu-Natal to call a media press conference on a Sunday afternoon to spill the beans? Why did it continue for so long? Why did nobody speak up? When you see your minister not giving you information, not doing as he should, why do you keep quiet? Then aren't you as bad as him?
And the question remains, who else knew? And we are still waiting for Tembisa Hospital looting kingpin Hungwani Maumela, the nephew by previous marriage of President Cyril Ramaphosa, to get arrested despite his assets being confiscated. Well, the president has distanced himself from him very, very nicely. But why is he free? That is the question people are asking.
Why? Nobody can understand why this guy, it is so obvious that he is the person, the mastermind behind everything to do with the Tembisa scandal. Why is this guy outside? Why is he not arrested? Why is a court case not pending? We saw the cars. We read the news reports. People in the media did investigations more than the police did, and everything shows that he is the mastermind. Everybody knows that, but still nothing. He just roams free.
And Tembisa Hospital was apparently not the only one. The syndicates were apparently involved in at least 5 in looting at other hospitals.
Yes, it was just in. Yeah.
And yeah, anyway, and then Brian Mogotsi, the African National Congress fixer, going back all the way to the CR17 campaign, seems to be on the run.
Well, I would also run if I was him. It's people have to jump now. They have to, like I said previously, it's every man for himself. You have to protect yourself. You have to get out, get away. Otherwise, there's going to be consequences. Well, that's the theory that we're working on, that there are going to be consequences. And I really do hope that there are consequences, that it's not just a commission and we say, okay, fine. Now we all know officially that there were problems, but nothing. Okay, continue now. I really do hope that's not where we're heading, because that is what we saw in other commissions, which took years and years and cost millions and millions of rands. So rightfully, when people say there should be police vans standing outside of the commission and the committee to arrest people, why is that not happening? I think normal South Africans would welcome that.
And why are people who are implicated at the commission and in parliament not being suspended at the very least? People are asking that.
There were 2 people suspended immediately, and why were the rest not? Why can they continue with their work when they implicated? It is not fair, and I think it puts a bit of doubt into the credibility of everything that is going on, because if you can still continue with your work and you still have your connections and your networks, everything that you used to be corrupt, it blows my mind that they can just continue with that. Why not suspend people if they are implicated?
And you can see the ANC making anti-corruption statements more frequently now to try and distance themselves, I would imagine, from former alliances. Somebody was making an interesting point. Eugene de Kock of Vlakplaas took the fall for the apartheid ministers, and speculation is now who will take the fall for the ANC ministers.
Yes,
the bets right now are on a general.
It remains to be seen who is going to be the final person who's going to take the axe. But and it is not fair, because it is like with Eugene de Kock. I was alive when he did these things, and people did do horrible things, but he was not the only person. And this is the same thing. It's not only 2-3 people who were the criminals. It's everybody who took part, anybody who benefited from it. They are all guilty, and they should all have consequences. And it should be really proper consequences, not just like we'll take a month's salary from you, or, you're so naughty. We want to see real action, so that people also understand it is not accepted. South Africans will not accept this anymore, and we want good people to run the country and to protect us.
Let's talk about your favorite economic freedom fighters, Commander-in-Chief, once again being suspiciously absent from the questioning of somebody at the Ad Hoc Committee. The previous time it was General Sibiya's questioning, and this time it was a Deputy Police Minister's. His alleged friend, Castle Matlala.
He has so many alleged friends. I don't know, he just yells at anybody or everybody, so I don't know how he keeps friends. But it is so suspicious every time when it's somebody related to him, or not related as in family, but related to a friend. When they are in the hot seat, then he's not there. Why is he not doing that? And I would like to, while we are throwing the net so wide, why don't we get him and come in and answer some questions on all of the things that's been said about him? Obviously not directly in this commission, but he is not squeaky clean. And when will we see all the crooks and criminals in politics stand up and get the consequences?
Meanwhile in China, officials who are convicted of corruption and collusion with criminal syndicates get executed. Here we get excited if somebody actually gets arrested or doesn't get bail. Like in the case of Cat Matlala, at least he's still behind bars, unlike DK Molefe.
Yeah, that it's a very radical thing to say, to actually wish that we have the same consequences in South Africa as in China. But I mean, nothing else is happening, so maybe we should try something new and just have people really feel the consequences of their actions. I obviously do not believe really that we should go that way, but more than a finger tap. Just saying,
well,
you
let's
are
just
naughty.
an arrest would be really exciting, of somebody implicated. No, I think we can agree that would excite us.
Yes.
Thank you. That was Juanita Du Preez of Action Society speaking to me, Steyn, at BizNews.